Dr. Aylin Vorthak had dedicated her entire career to studying the silent monuments, those inexplicable geometric structures that dotted the galaxy like ancient tombstones. For 3 centuries, the Collective of United Worlds had catalogued over 12,000 of these crystalline formations, each one identical in composition, yet utterly inert. They defied analysis, resisted all attempts at activation, and had become the galaxy's greatest archaeological mystery. Until today. Director, you need to see this immediately. Her assistant, researcher Thorne, materialized through the quantum communicator, his usually calm demeanor fractured with excitement. Monitoring station Kepler-7 is reporting simultaneous movement across all documented silent monuments in Sector 15. Aylin's 4 hearts stopped beating in sequence. In the 500,000 years since the galaxy's oldest civilization, the eternal shepherds had first achieved sentience, nothing had ever disturbed the silent monuments. They were constants, like the laws of physics themselves. Define movement, she demanded, her chitinous fingers dancing across the holographic interface. They're rotating, Director. All of them. Synchronized rotation along identical axes, generating previously undetected subspace frequencies. The energy signatures are unprecedented. Within the hour, emergency sessions were convening across 17 different star systems. The Galactic Archaeological Council, the Xenotechnology Institute, and the Deep Space Monitoring Consortium had all reached the same terrifying conclusion. The silent monuments weren't monuments at all. They were beacons. Admiral Corvain of the Shepherd Defense Fleet stood before the assembled representatives of 43 species, his crystalline exoskeleton reflecting the urgency lighting of the emergency chamber. The monuments have been broadcasting for 6 standard hours. Our quantum linguists have identified the transmission as a coordination protocol. They're talking to something. The answer came from the edge of known space. Captain Delara Thyssian commanded the deep reconnaissance vessel Edge of Understanding, positioned at the galaxy's rim where the last populated systems gave way to the infinite void. Her crew represented the best xenoarchaeologists, astrophysicists, and military strategists the Collective could assemble. They had been dispatched to investigate energy readings detected beyond the galactic boundary readings that matched the silent monument's new transmissions. Captain, passive sensors are picking up massive gravitational distortions, reported Lieutenant Commander Ixion, his gelatinous form pulsing with bioluminescent data streams. Distance, approximately 50,000 light-years beyond our current position. The gravitational signature suggests artificial structures, very large artificial structures. Thyssian authorized maximum sensor range, knowing the decision might reveal their position to whatever lay in the darkness. The results exceeded their worst fears and greatest hopes simultaneously. Gods of the deep current, whispered Chief Science Officer Valdris, her serpentine body coiling with involuntary tension. We're detecting a fleet configuration. Estimated vessel count, over 50,000 ships. Each vessel approximately 20 kilometers in length. The holographic display showed impossible geometry ships that seemed to exist partially outside normal space-time, their hulls exhibiting properties that conventional physics couldn't explain. They had been drifting in the intergalactic void for an incomprehensible span of time, powered down to near-zero energy states that had rendered them invisible to all previous detection methods, until the silent monuments had awakened them. Captain, we're receiving a transmission, the communications officer announced, her voice barely steady. It's in the first language. Every species represented on the bridge felt their biological equivalents of blood freezing. The first language was theoretical, a mathematical construct that xenolinguists had proposed as the hypothetical root of all galactic communication systems. No living being had ever heard it spoken. The translation matrices worked frantically to decode the message, and when the meaning became clear, the implications shattered everything the galaxy thought it knew about its own history. We are the final expedition of Terra Prime. We have maintained vigil for 500,000 of your standard years. Our home star died before your oldest civilizations achieved awareness. We have watched your species evolve, guided your technological development through the monuments, and waited for you to mature enough to face what comes from beyond the galactic cluster. Dr. Vorthak materialized on the bridge through emergency quantum relay, her exoskeleton crackling with barely contained energy. Captain, every silent monument in the galaxy is now active. They're not just beacons, they're a network, a warning system that spans the entire galaxy. The transmission continued, and with each translated phrase, the assembled crew realized they were witnessing a revelation that would redefine their understanding of existence itself. The galaxy faces a threat that consumed our Creator's homeworld and 17 others like it. We are the last remnant of humanity, the species that first achieved consciousness in this region of space. We have spent 500,000 years preparing defenses, seeding younger species with technology through the monuments, and waiting for the galaxy to develop sufficient unity to stand against the Devourers. Captain Thyssian found her voice. The Devourers? The ancient fleet was already moving, their impossible ships beginning to phase back into normal spacetime. As they approached, individual vessels became visible, each one a marvel of engineering that transcended current galactic technology by orders of magnitude. Entities from the space between galaxies. They consume organized matter and energy, leaving only quantum foam behind. They have already consumed the Andromeda galaxy and are approaching our local cluster. The monuments have detected their vanguard scouts crossing the void. They will arrive within 50,000 standard years. The lead ship of Earth's forgotten fleet transmitted a final message that would echo through galactic civilization. We are humanity's gift to the future. We carry the weapons, knowledge, and tactical experience needed to defend this galaxy. But we cannot do it alone. The time of watching from the shadows has ended. The galaxy must choose: unite under the ancient protocols we have prepared, or face extinction as our Earth once did. Silence reigned no more. The galaxy had awakened to discover it was humanity's protected child, and the greatest war in cosmic history was about to begin.